How's it going, everyone? 3D Painter here. Hope everybody's having a great Mother's Day weekend. Bringing to you today Nightcrawler. Bamf! Nightcrawler is probably one of my all-time favorite X-Men characters. He's got some pretty cool power sets. Teleportation, of course, being his coolest power. He can not only teleport to anything he can see, but also anything that any place he's ever been to just by thinking about it. So we're talking miles and miles. Pretty cool stuff. Later on, his power of teleportation gets more expounded upon, but anyways, he's also got a pretty cool prehensile tail, meaning he can use that to not only control his balance and help out there, but he can also grip things and manipulate people with it. He can grab people and throw them distances. He's got super killer agility and a super keen sense of smell, so it's really helpful when he needs to track people down. Born in Germany to, get ready for it, Mystique, of all people, is his mother. Dad being Azazel. He was raised by Margulies Sardoz, though, because Mystique abandoned him at birth for reasons that you'll have to read about. I'm not going to get into that. But yeah, probably not a good Mother's Day for Nightcrawler whenever that comes around. He was raised in the circus as an acrobat, and his teleportation powers really helped him out with his act. And he's also deeply religious in the Catholic faith. Anybody who knows Nightcrawler knows he's very devout. Anyhow, getting along here, we're moving on to our post-prep operations, meaning we are sanding like crazy, removing supports, and just getting all the keys to fit correctly in the model, getting him ready for paint. I decided to glue on his thighs to his torso ahead of time because they had some pretty good gaps. Not really good, but there were some minor gaps that needed to be filled that weren't covered up like by the gloves or his boots. So I went ahead and glued those together, and I actually created another 6-minute video that you can check out on how to seal small gaps with printer resin. Here I'm just using a clear UV resin to seal up the gaps on the base, which I primer coated, and it turned out pretty nice. So that was good to go, and now moving on to just priming all the body parts. I like to use, it's a pretty cheap primer paint, it's Krylon Fusion, and I use a matte black, or sorry, not matte, flat black for them. It holds color really, really well. You can get the more expensive stuff, like Chaos Black by Citadel. It's like $17 for a can of that stuff, though. So I personally don't care to use it when this does just as good a job. Letting the body parts dry here for about a day or two is usually what I let everything dry for. It's hard to be patient sometimes, though, especially when you're anxious to paint. And moving on to painting the base, I kept it simple and just used that Artme metallic purple to kind of imitate the same purple bluish smoke that he manifests himself out of whenever he teleports. Followed that up with Krylon, just a clear coat to keep it nice and shiny and slick looking. I don't know why, I just thought that was the way to go for it. That's how I did it. You guys can do it any way you want. I encourage you to explore. And here's that Roizefar white airbrush paint. Stuff is super cheap. I get it on Amazon. It was like $33 for like a 25 bottle set, and it also came with like 6 bottles of paint thinner, which I don't use. I always just use distilled water. Following that up with the Roizefar dark red for all the red parts of his costume. This is actually a really simple model to paint. I highly recommend if you're just getting into modeling, go and check out CA3D Studios. I'll put a link in the description for them. Their Patreon is second to none. And these guys turn out some really, really good sculptures. Lots of fantasy characters. lots of Egyptian and Greek gods, even Christian gods. I think they did Michael the Archangel recently. But yeah, go check those guys out. I am not sponsored by CA3D Studios, but they are a sister company to Wicked 3D, which a lot of people are familiar with. Not sponsored by Wicked either. Check them out. And so now we're moving on to some skin tones, and I decided to use the Frozen Flesh out of the Nocturna set by Vallejo. This particular paint is 74.010 in their paint, and then I followed that up with the Citadel Techless Blue, which is a layer paint. And just looking back at old comic book stills and stuff, I just thought it was the perfect blue to match Nightcrawler's skin. You may find another blue that works for you, and I definitely encourage playing around with that and using what works for you. This just happened to be my pick this time around. After this, I'm going to be following up the shadows with a Drakenhof Nightshade by Citadel. It is a perfect paint for using in your airbrush to create shadows. You can use it as a wash, in the hair. You'll see that I'm using it as a wash in the hair pretty soon. I'll be using it in the airbrush here as well on this model. But I highly recommend checking that paint out, Drakenhof Nightshade by Citadel. Really good stuff. I'm just going to get this out right off the bat. Any company going forward that I mention, or products that I use, I'm not sponsored by anyone. I go out and buy all these paints and everything with my own money. I just happen to like them, and I guess I'm giving them a free plug here. And use what works for you. I'll use what works for me. I even use dirt cheap craft and airbrush paints as well. There's tons of stuff out there. I'll just use whatever works to get the job done. Now here's that Drakenhof Nightshade. I'm using that to give the skin tone on his tail a little extra oomph, along with the shadows there. To darken up the shadows works really well. Now I'm going to do the same with his face here. Just getting you can see how I'm shooting up from the bottom of his, from his chin up, hitting the ears and just getting the deeper points of the skin and along the hairline to add some volume and depth to it. Now I'm going to work on the torso, and I should have done this the opposite direction. I should have just painted the red part of his costume first and then used the latex over that. But I went the opposite direction, so whatever. It still worked out great. I just latexed his whole body to keep from any overspray hitting him, because I'd already done the dry brushing on his body and didn't want to mess with that. Could have done it backwards, but I didn't. Hindsight's 51-50 in my case here. But anyhow, yeah, getting that latex mask down. I do recommend, if you've ever used this stuff, it's not good to leave it on long. You want to take it off as soon as it dries clear. Get to your painting, get the job done, and start peeling that stuff off once you're done. It'll come off a lot easier that way if rather than leaving it on for a day or two. Here you can see I'm using that Drakenhof Nightshade, I'm using the, that's an ultramarine by the same Roizefar cheap airbrush paint company that I got off Amazon. Highly recommend checking those paints out. They're fantastic. Just about right out of the bottle. Hope everybody's having a great Mother's Day weekend out there. I want to send a big shout out to my mom, Linda. Mama, I love you. And I'm going to also send out a big shout out to everyone's moms out there. Love to all of you and yours. Wishing you all a happy Mother's Day from the 3D Painter. Love you guys. Gotta love the moms. For those that don't have their moms with you anymore, my heart goes out, my love goes out to you guys. And I'm sure she's watching you from wherever she's at and keeping an eye on you. So here I'm peeling off that latex in the body. was a little bit of a pain, but I was able to get it all off and cleaned up pretty well. And now I'm laying in that Drakenhof nightshade on the deeper portions of the hair. I'm starting to build up some volume in the hair, so I wanted to get that stuff down into the lower points of the hair. I'm using it as a wash here, and after that I'm going to start bringing up the hair, the volume, with, you know, getting the highlights back with that Techless blue, which is the same color I used on his skin, but I decided it worked great as a highlight. So you can see me using that here with just a cheap makeup brush that I got from a kit I bought on Amazon. It came with like, I don't know, like 20 makeup brushes for like 15 bucks, but they work great, and they're cheap enough to where once they're done, you toss them out and order another set. Getting a little dry brushing going on there. Dry brushing is a lot of fun. I did not wet my brush first on this particular case. I went with a dry brush, literally, and you can see it applied the color really nice. And now I'm using it to touch up the highlights on his skin, like the tips of his ears and his nose, just to bring out some more volume there. It worked out pretty nice. I'm happy with it. And now I'm going to follow up his eyeballs with the Vallejo Deck Tan. I watered this down to about 50-50. I want it to go on pretty transparent. It dries very flat, and it allows for color to be applied on top of it very easily. And you'll see what I chose to go with. Now the brush I'm using is made by Fumui. I'm not sure how you spell that. I think it's Fuumui paintbrushes. They're kind of a higher quality paintbrush, but still on the cheaper side. That's a 0.0, I think, or a zero brush that I'm using. These are made for painting miniatures. I like to use a stabbing motion when I get into the corners of the eyes. It works, but you want to be really careful when you're doing the eyes. For me, they tend to be one of the most terrifying parts of the model. Now here I'm using a contrast paint, the Imperial Fist by Citadel. Again, not sponsored by Citadel. Use whatever you like, but that's the color I picked this time. I thought it looked great on his eyes. In the comic books, you kind of always see him with like yellow or white eyes. They kind of glow. They don't really glow. They're just that's the color of them. It's the way they were. That's the way he was born. But I like the way that color works, so that's what I went with. And again, no such thing as a mistake. There's only happy accidents. To quote Bob Ross, the legend, the man, the myth. If you make a mistake when you're painting, you just paint right over again. And here I'm using that Drakenhof nightshade again to go through the details on his eyes to give the eyelids and whatnot a little bit of depth and shadow, and just kind of shaping out the corners of the eyes and the lips as well. I just like the way the color worked for that part of his body, and it kept to it kept true to the nature of Nightcrawler's skin, as it were. Yeah, like I said, I just like the way it looked. It dries pretty matte. So I didn't feel it needed to be clear coated or glossed or anything like that. I didn't want his lips to look wet. Just wanted to look like natural. Natural as blue lips can. Oh, there's a spider in front of my face. Spiders outside, good. Spiders in the house or in my studio, not good. They're gonna go bye-bye. But where are we at here? Oh yeah. Doing those little touch-ups on his face, being nice and delicate. And now, that latex, I'm a detail junkie, and I wanted to go in and clean up the edges on his costume there. So I did a white first to make sure all the black parts were covered up real well. If you've ever tried to paint any other color on black besides white, it doesn't work very well. So you typically want to get some white down first before, you know, or even a really light gray or something first before you start doing your color. And here you can see I'm using that dark red, that airbrush paint to go back over the trim on the costume, just kind of carefully going around there, getting all that detail in. I used, yes, I did steal my wife's hairdryer, and yeah, now I'm gonna go back to the airbrush. I'm using a 0.15 nozzle on my Evolution CR Plus here, Harder Steenbeck, and I'm spraying up from the bottom of the model to highlight the shadows of his muscles, get some definition out of those, and doing the same on his abdomen and torso there. And just adding some shadows to the skin. I used a dark gray to dry brush the muscle highlights on his costume there, and now I'm going over those highlights with that Drakenhof Nightshade to add kind of a bluish tint to it. It creates a more natural shadow look. Now we're ready for assembly. Let's get this guy put together here. Moving right along. Using Glue Master's thick viscosity glue and a Q-tip to wipe away any excess. And let's put his shoes on here. Brush the dust off. And moving on. Now, I like to kind of mock up the model first, just kind of do a pre-assembly to make sure everything's going to go on the way it should. In this particular case, I was worried about whether or not I should put the tail on first or the arms on first, and I realized that putting the arms on first was going to be the best way to do it. So I got his bottom half glued into the base here, along with the torso, and then set up his arms to figure out if I needed to do the tail first, you know, if anything was going to get in the way. I did clear coat everything, so I wasn't too worried about the paint scraping off anywhere, but I still like to be pretty careful when I'm doing assembly because I don't want any nicks or scratches popping up out of nowhere. So here you can see I've got most of them put together, and going ahead and gluing that first arm on, and gluing the second arm on, and this is after I've figured out that I got to put the tail on last. It kind of wraps around the back side of his arm, so you can see I'm gluing his tail on now. There we go. Did have to do some trimming on the key there. The tail didn't really fit perfectly on him, but I was able to get it to fit perfectly. Thank you, Dremel. And now the final capstone of the model is the head, and boom, there we go. And I think we're good. Give it the seal of approval here, and boom, right there. We're good to go. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you guys being here. Have a nice day. Please like and subscribe this video. And now, the glamour shots. Love you guys. Happy 3D printing. Happy painting. And word to your mother. Peace out.